Hi, hi, this is James from eTrend. Welcome to this Trello collaboration board tutorial. You have recently, I assume, ordered a website from us, and we're going to need to exchange a lot of information so as I can deliver the website you're hoping for. I have a lot of questions to ask, and rather than use email or phone calls, this is what we'll use, Trello. So let's get down to how we use Trello. Just to describe what you're looking at first, we got a series of lists. So this is one list called admin. This is another list called brand. This is another list called integration. Don't worry about the list names. Basically, the important thing for you is that each list contains a series of questions. And these white rectangles that are changing as I hover over them are known as cards. Each card contains one single question. I want you to answer all these questions, but only when they're marked red and purple. So, for example, just so as you know, red is a critical question. In other words, we need some answer to this. Purple is an optional question. We don't have to have an answer to that. Okay, there are other colors. So these are known as flags, the red and purple. If you see a yellow flag, it's on hold, so you don't need to answer it just yet. If you see a blue flag, it's closed. It's already been answered, presumably by yourself in a previous session. And occasionally you see green, and if it's green, it means we're working on it. You don't need to answer that either. So in summary, the only ones you need to answer are marked either red or purple. Okay, so let's answer. Let's pick a question and answer it. Okay, so to open a question, you click on it, and it just opens up in a modal like this. So the question is: aside from your branding book, indicate any likes you may have in relation to color and appearance of your website. You may state them or add images. See the attachment link on your right. Example: blue, fresh, minimal text, anything you'd like to see on the finished website. So essentially this question is asking, is there something you must see on your website? So for example, if you're running a babysitting website, you might want to see blue and pink. If you're on a garage website, you might want to see a car. If you're running a medical website, you might want to see medical blue, or anything. It's anything you like to see. So you might say, to answer this question, the question needs to come from you, or the answer needs to come from you. So you might say, yes, my website must be red. Now, so you say, yes, my website needs to be red, and I will get that answer. So to make sure it's saved, you just save your comment. That's there. Close on the question. So the question is now answered. You can see there's one comment on it. Now, for me to know it's answered, really, I want you to drag it over here to another list called eTrend. Anything that's in this eTrend list, I will review and hopefully close. Occasionally, I won't have enough information in the answer you give me, or there might be something confusing with the answer you give me, and I will seek a clarification. So let's assume I'm in reviewing this question on my next visit to this Trello board. And I read the question: aside from your branding book, indicate any likes you may have in relation to color and appearance to your website. And you say, yes, my website must be red. Well, 99 times out of 100, I might be happy with that, but let's assume on this occasion that I recalled in our conversation before you had told me your website must be blue. That would be confusing, and obviously I'd seek a clarification. I'll say, I will put back a clarification question to you. So I remember you mentioning okay, so basically I'm just reminding you that the last time we spoke you mentioned blue. Can you clarify what have you changed your mind or what's happening there? So then I close the question down and I'll pull it back here for you to respond to it. Okay, so the next time now you come in, you'll see the question is back and you go, there's likes. I thought I answered that one. And you go, oh, right, okay, I do. I remember saying blue to James. So you just simply let me know, yes, you're right. but I've changed my mind. And you save that. So now I have enough information to know it wasn't an oversight or anything like that. You've just simply changed your mind. Now you've closed on the question, and for me to know you've answered, I want to drag it back again to the eTrend pile. Now it's in the eTrend list, and the next time I visit the site, I will notice it back there again, and I'll go and see the update. Yes, you're right, I've changed my mind. I go, okay, that's fine. It's not that you forgot, or it's not anything else. There's no confusion here, so I'd be happy with that question, I assume. I will simply mark it closed. Close on the question. You see now this blue label appears saying the question is closed, and just to keep order in this list, I would drag it to the bottom of the original list. So now the next time you come in, you will again see the questions back in your list, but you'll know it requires no further attention because I've marked it blue or marked it closed. Now I don't want you marking questions closed because it'll get confusing. When you have a question answered, just drag it over to the eTrend list. We'll take it from there, which usually means we would close it, or alternatively might mean we put in a query question. So that's how you answer a question. That question has been answered. And you will go on to your next questions, as I say, just concentrating on the red and the purple ones. So that really is an overview of how we'll exchange information during this process. If you forget anything or have any questions, there's a help board over here. So we got instructions, which is just an overview of what I spoke about in the last couple of minutes. There's a reminder there what the color of the cards mean, but that's not really necessary because you want to know what a card means. Don't forget, you can just simply hover over it and you'll see the meaning of it pop up. This tutorial you're watching is in here, so you just click in and watch that if you want to see it again. Or if you have a question to ask, just type in your question. I already have a question in here. Hi James, have you heard that YouTube will soon charge for services? Does that affect my website? So that's a supposed question from a supposed client to me. When you've written in your question, you simply drag it over the eTrend pile so as I know there's a new question there. The next time I log into the board, I will see there's a question for me on the eTrend pile. I will open the question. I will answer, say, nope, no effect, that doesn't matter. I will mark it closed. I will close it down, and I will put it back so that you can review it in the help section. Okay, that's really all there is. So the points to remember here are the color flags of red and purple are the ones you must answer. Yellow is on hold, blue is closed, so they require no action from you. If you see one that's green, that's action for me, not for you. So again, to reiterate the point, red and purple are the ones you answer. When you have answered a question, so as I know you have, drag the card over to this pile here, the eTrend pile, and I will know to review it the next time I log in. I hope you've followed my tutorial, and if you have any questions, as I say, refer over here, or if necessary, ask a question using this card here. Thank you. Bye bye.